I am back. So next order of business is definitely going to be to set up a fighting box to deal with this situation. So I think I'll work on that now. Guess it doesn't really matter where I open the thing up. I think I'll have... Well, it matters a little bit. Do something like this. Flash storm. Biostarvation. What the fuck's going on? Oh, because the power's out. Because there's a solar flare at the same time as the flash storm. Well, these dry thunderstorms very often turn into wet thunderstorms. So I might not have to care. Oh. And there's a siege. And prom is tomorrow! Well, I have a nice, easy solution for sieges. Doesn't even require any power. It's called the anti-grain warhead. Are they up here? Yes. Yes. They just kind of solve the problem pretty much all at once. Yes, have it hold fire, but I'm going to go ahead and have Thorn get it manned. And that's where it's going to get dropped. Set the target right over here. And there goes the shot. These have a tendency to just end. Birds are just like, fuck! Yeah, those have a tendency to just kind of end the problem. Set that high explosive. Stop the forced attack. Have Thorn prioritize putting that shell back on the shelf. It's a shame. I mean, it's probably for the best. Those anti-grain warheads are as rare as they are because they're pretty spicy. I do love using them. Well, Margarita's pregnant. That'll probably have to not be the case. Oh yeah, and there's still this guy that I've got to deal with. Old Hash Brown over here. Brandon Hash Brown Fryer. And by deal with, I mean put on trial. Why is he downed? Oh, the anesthetic from having the lung and kidney removed. That'll do it. Anyways, back to business. I think what needs to happen is this will be a barricade. That way they won't be able to use that corner for cover. And then I'll just set up some positions to fight from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll do it. Means I will want a door. Say here. And I am also going to want some traps. Which means I guess I need a door over here as well. That way I don't have to worry about anyone stepping on that trap. In fact, if I move this... No, I guess it does have to be there. And since I've run into problems with it in the past, I think I will also put down a little bit of concrete flooring. Just to make sure I don't have to worry about getting lit on fire. Oh yeah, there is the issue of that fire. Probably won't be a problem. It may make sense just to build a quick fire break. Like that. Well, quick. That might take a moment. We'll see. If Margarita's got her farming command going, though, she can tear through plants pretty quickly. Oh yeah, here comes the rain. Figured as much. So I'm gonna cancel these flooring, because that just, it's not necessary. Just a waste of resources. Hunt these llamas, or alpacas, I guess. Hash Brown is awake, or at least able to walk. Trial success, which means Hash Brown can say goodbye to their liver. Bummer for Hash Brown. I presume we have a few organs to load up on the shuttle now. Not a ton, but some. And I think in the morning, that'll be the good time to go ahead and do this stuff. See what is inside. Oh, you know, I probably should deconstruct this one and move it up there. Oh, I can just reinstall it. Oh, wait, never mind. I remember why I did it. Yeah, I want these to be accessible and rearmable without having to walk over them. Traps usually don't go off when your own people step on them. But just usually. Ooh, thrombos. Do I have anybody that is inspired for taming at the moment? Inspired recruitment. No inspired taming. Alas. Larissa can give a throne speech in 10 hours. I might be able to inspire someone for taming which would be nice. Tame one of those thrombos and slaughter it. Because you can attack them, but they are just unbelievably durable. And I don't know if I want to deal with that. Like, just ludicrously durable. I'm not confident my people would be able to kill them in a reasonable amount of time, sort of durable. Do I just attack in the rain? Yeah. My guy is being so vulnerable to fire. A little bit of rain is kind of a plus. We'll have Mal go ahead and eat something, though. And Margarita, for that matter. And then let's roll out, see what we got in here. Mal can be there, or no, Mal can be back here. Margarita can be here. Larissa. Sammy can be where he's at already. Thorn. Biscotti and Cornbread will be the one that actually goes here and opens the wall up. Probably should have not had that open in retrospect. Ew, flesh beasts. I do love when the jetpack just annihilates something like that. Those fuckers are fast. See if I can have Larissa kind of stun these in the chain here. The problem ultimately, though, is that these things split into a billion pieces. And they just get everywhere. It just kind of makes it impossible to really contain them. Thankfully, though, they're not, like, super dangerous. Now, there are only 2 cryopods. The Biscotti can probably just pop them open remotely. What does this do? One-use broadwave psychic effector created from a dark architect shard. Fills the lower minds with terrifying imagery, driving all animals in the region into a manhunting rage. Okay. Not super interested. I will take the Glitter World medicine. I will also set this to not be the home zone before Sauce runs up here to see what's going on. Psychic Soothe Pulsar. Oh, gives everyone a mood boost. Okay, yeah. I'll take that. I just need Biscotti to damage it. And she should be able to just take cover back here now. What are we dealing with? LMG and assault rifle. Honestly, not bad at all. Deconstruct those. Cornbread, open that up. See what we're working with. Take the gold and go juice. I'll leave the guns. A mining skill trainer. Well, not ultra exciting to find. Guess Sammy can just use it. Gonna have to terminate that pregnancy from Margarita. I think I'll do that now before things get exciting. I don't want to reinstall the IUD because she might still need to provide more ovum. So let's do the termination. Oh, right. She can't treat Cornbread because she is now unconscious. Oh, I missed Squirrel, since Squirrel was able to do pretty good medicine. Alright, you'll just have to treat yourself, Cornbread, sorry. Now, for this quest with the foxes, I don't think I'm gonna bother. I've got bigger fish to fry, and none of that stuff is super relevant to me at the moment. I think the play here is going to be to gather up a little bit of meat, and then just do another hop. It's warm. Oh, never mind. Okay. I say it's warmer in the freezer than it should be, but it's fine. Negative 30 is pretty cold. The Thrumbos, if I'm not mistaken, also have a bad habit of all attacking together if you piss any of them off. I'll go ahead and mine this stuff up. Oops, Slicer's got the flu. Honestly, not that big of a deal. Should have no problem treating them. And they're kind of like a secondary thing anyways. One of those nice to have situations. I'll go for these guys. Just to stock up the meat supply a little bit. Good on wood. Some free goats, apparently. Why not? Those Thrumbos are pretty isolated. Probably have quite a bit in the way of hides that I can be stashing away too. Well, less than I thought, honestly. Never did actually reset the fuel. I'm glad I noticed that there. Okay, I definitely don't need the heaters on right now. It's 80 degrees outside. I think I will turn the coolers on. Although I might be able to get away with just some of them. Because honestly, the ship's keeping up pretty well for the temperature. 80's not that hot. Oh, sauce might actually get to tier 8 after all. Yeah, that's looking pretty promising. They've got 20 days, well not 20 days, they've got a fraction of 20 days because of how time is faster if you're a child. I've got an idea. I can have Sammy use Word of Inspiration on whoever my best tamer would be. I guess it'd be Larissa. That might give the Inspired Taming? Inspired Surgery. Alas. But now I can turn this stuff on, can do a rave, and hopefully refill all of that psi focus, because that Word of Inspiration is uses like 80% or something like that. It's very expensive. There we go. Now it's back to full. That's a pretty nice little event thing to be able to throw. I didn't really get the psi focus stuff that much at first. Mostly just because I was forgetting to use it, and I still forget to use it all the time. But it is really, really potent stuff. Dangerous if you screw up, clearly. But really powerful. Are these guys stocked? They are. Gonna have Larissa pop over there while I'm just kind of hanging out. Check the trade options. Advanced components. Sell off these tech prints that I don't need. Smoke pop. What skill level does this require? Psylink level 4. Unfortunate. What about the shield? 6. Wow, that's a tough one. Sell off that map since it's no good to me anymore. And I suppose I can sell off some of these organs. Oh no, I can't. Too much mass. Alright, well that's not a super useful one. I guess if I grab these advanced components, that allows me to sell off a little bit more stuff. There we go. Is this one also restocked? Yes. I'll stop back here and refuel. And I guess unload those components as well. Oh, we have a berth. They're male. Well, Does this mean I give up looking for something for squirrel? It might. That is what I said the plan was. Here's what I'll do. I'll split the difference. I'm going to leave squirrel in there. It's nice that people can visit the grave anyways. I'll leave her in there. However, I'm going to start moving forward with trying to fight, I guess. Try to get to the mech hive instead of prioritizing the ancient dangers. And if the quest comes up that I can get the resurrection mech serum, then fantastic. If not, then rest in peace forever, I guess. So, Garador. Gotta come up with a new name for them. They're Margarita and Thorn's child. Lorenzo. Lorenzo Mr. Garador. Lorenzo Mero Garador. I don't like that. Lorenzo Victor Garador? No. Lorenzo Nails Garador. Yeah, Nails is a cool name. Into the pod with you. Means I will need to make some new child clothes. Probably. How was Sauce's gear coming along? It's actually worn out. So let's grab some of that rhino leather. And do 2 kid rompers, 2 kid parkas. And I'll need another hat, since that previous child went off with the other hat. We'll do plasteel again. That should be good. Good to have that stuff just ready to go. Blind healer. Interesting. I'll have Larissa see what they have to say. And I'll probably have somebody escort Larissa. Because I've run into problems with some of these mysterious visitors where they'll show up and get pissed off and try to assault someone. Unnatural healing. Ooh, I wonder if unnatural healing can resurrect. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. I'm guessing it cannot. Because it seems like being dead is a pretty substantial injury. But, if it can, this could be a solution. I don't think it can. Oh. Yeah. I don't think it can heal death. Yeah. Bummer. Well, I'll still see what they have to say. Could be something useful. Small withered woman stands in front of you. Where her eyes should be, there are only scar-crusted holes in her flesh. Yet even without eyes, she somehow looks at you with kindness. She says that she knows that her skills are needed here and wants to stay for a while. Offers use her healing power to help you, may be very useful. Sense that there's something that she's not telling you. I don't really have anyone that needs any healing. My Mal's got a very, very minor scar that I could cure with the Biosculptor pod and just haven't because it's just not necessary. So, goodbye? Okay, good. She's just leaving without incident. Masterwork. Cool. Well, I've got plenty of meat now. Is there anything else I need to grab here? Good on wood. I guess the next stop is going to be this quest up here. Means I do actually need to turn all the heaters back on. And also need to make sure my oxygen's on, which it already is. It's actually an accident, but it works out. Sauce is not equipped to be in space. But I don't think I ever switched them off from being set to pressurized, so they should still just stay inside. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's see what we're working with here. If I can just set up like that, that would be great. Gives my turrets a pretty solid field of fire. Especially if I can just build... Let's see what the range of these is. Build a little steel wall right here. And then build some fencing like this. That'll get people all kinds of clustered up. It's probably going to be prudent to have these powered on. The rockets not as much. And I think I'm going to have these held open as well. There we go. That way, if anyone tries to get froggy over here, his turrets can just start laying into him immediately. Because for these types of things, these bounty missions, I've found that it's usually best to just kind of wait for them to come to you. Clear this home zone so I don't have sauce running out there. And go ahead and set up a dumping zone here, because it's probably going to be necessary. Sauce, put on a space helmet, please. Still no healer mech serum. I wonder what happens if you put these out in space where it's always cold. I don't really want any of that stuff though. Pass. Got some cryopods. Wouldn't mind going and just setting those off now. I'll probably do so pretty safely from like over here somewhere and then just jetpack away. Yeah. I can just jetpack way the fuck over here. Let them handle that situation. Okay, yeah, they didn't care for that. That's fair. But that's what I wanted to happen. I wanted to antagonize these guys to get over here. I'll need Thorn to go up here. And I think it makes sense for Mal to hold the other door. Or no, it'd make more sense for Margarita to do it. Scotty's gonna be back here. Cornbread's gonna be right here. Sauce should be staying inside, away from the fight. I don't know if I'm even gonna need the rockets, honestly. Oh, wow. Sounds pretty spicy in there. Well, the rockets would be useful, most likely. I'll see if I can get to them in time. Because these guys are going to get super bunched up when they're coming through that little chicane there. These guys have got some range on them. And I think with that, I'll probably just move inside. There we go. And there's my pilot sub-persona core. Oh, almost forgot the foam. These guys have a bad habit of having flamethrowers and such, and I'd rather not be dealing with that nonsense. Just the worst. There we go. Now they're coming in. Oh, why are they sad? Oh, well, didn't see that was a kin. Probably related to Mal somehow. Are any of these guys Frothfurs? I haven't seen a Frothfur in like a billion years. I should just probably not use that Berserk Pulse. It's so dangerous. But it's also so powerful. It's hard to not use it. Oh, that guy's psychically immune or something. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Ooh. That was an unlikely shot. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Now I just gotta inspect. Ooh, wow, that guy's torn up. See if anybody's got some organs. That one ought to do. And then for the rest, I'll have Margarita finish them off. And I'm probably going to hold these doors open again, just because it's nice to have some amount of security blanket, basically. If I'm away from home at the moment, it's nice to have something that's there to try to stop anybody that's sneaking up. Okay. Cornbread probably should save that guy's life. Marguerite's over here just taking names. What else do I want to grab from these? I'll take the meals. Definitely will be taking that pilot sub persona core. Guess it can be up here somewhere. I have to pick these weapons up just to get them out of the way. There we go. Definitely gonna have to turn my crematorium back on since there are now tons of bodies all over the place. And I'm also gonna need that. Hopefully I can run all that. That's a lot of power. I don't know if I'm gonna bother scouting this thing. I've not had great luck in finding stuff of particular value in these places. And I think I'd rather be working on getting that other grav core. A little more electricity up in here. I guess I can scout it out a little bit. I've got a bunch of stuff saved up. And it's going to be 5 days until I can do a trial. Yeah. I'll hang out here for a little bit. Left lung. Left kidney. Cornbread. do what you gotta do. Once all this stuff is aboard, which I probably should clear these bodies out as well, just because my guys are going to keep walking past them. Once all that stuff's aboard, I'll just start kind of poking around in here for a few days. I'll probably clear it in like a day, if things go smoothly. And by that point in time, if I just am hanging out for a little bit, that trial will be ready and I can just get rid of that guy. In fact, if I'm looking to stay here for 5 days, I might as well do another run in the de-aging pod for Larissa. Just commit to being here for a few days. I will save the exploration of this facility for the next episode, though, so I will see you later.